Well, good morning and rise and shine, and welcome to Live at 6:05. I'm Dr. Amy Nussbaum. Welcome to our Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend and look forward to the week ahead. But today we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to many of our hearts, and that is parenting. And sometimes parenting, we wish it came with a manual, and we look back and we know we have made mistakes, but um, so many of us, navigating those parenting challenges, and what does that look like? Whether you are in a season of emotional strain, or maybe a big transition, or maybe going through some behavioral struggles, or just the daily grind of getting to all of the activities and the appointments and just feeling like you're living in the car. Parenting can stretch us in ways that we maybe didn't expect. But with the right strategies and grounded mindset, we can walk these seasons with grace and confidence. So many parents feel guilty for struggling, but challenging seasons don't mean that you are failing. It just means that you're human, right? And that you care. Kids grow, kids change, and they stumble too. And so do we. Giving your self permission to say, this is hard right now, is the first step towards clarity, the first step towards, come on, up, nope, okay. When things get hard, we often respond out of frustration and or fear rather than with intention. And this is why our values matter. So we need to ask ourselves, what kind of parent do I want to be in this moment? Um, Oh, for Pete's sake. And sometimes being a pet parent. Okay, so what values do I want to model to my children? Do I want to model patience? Do I want to model consistency, my faith, kindness, or maybe even boundaries? And those are the behaviors we want them to see are important and that they start to implement into their own lives. What does my child need most from me right now? Whether that is connection, or structure, or maybe just a sense of calm. And honestly, this changes, season to season, sometimes moment to moment, especially as we get into the teen years. But when you respond from values instead of emotions, your parenting becomes steadier, even if the situation um, changes and gets kind of crazy. So I encourage you to pick one value this week that you want to come to the forefront, whether that be your faith, or whether that be structure or calmness. Choose one and let that be the word for the week. Let that be the value for the week that you are leading with everything, because kids borrow our nervous systems. If we are dysregulated, they become dysregulated. One of the most powerful parenting strategies is pausing long enough to regulate ourselves and to demonstrate what that looks like, because we're older. We have the ability to do that instead of losing our minds. Just taking a moment, take a breath, regulate ourselves, and show them that it's possible to be in a better headspace. So taking that one slow breath before responding, step into another room briefly before coming back and addressing a situation, saying, I need a moment to think before I answer this. Give me that moment, but yet come back and answer, right? Not just stuff, not just ignore, but truly come back to it. It's not a weakness, it's wisdom. When emotions are high, logic tends to be low. And before you correct a behavior, we need to take a moment to connect to the heart of the issue. So try saying things like, I can see that you're frustrated right now, but let's talk about this. Or I know this is a lot right now. Maybe we both need to take 5 minutes and then get back together. Or, I'm here with you, going through this with you. Let's figure this out. Then move to boundaries. Here's what needs to happen next. Or let's take a breath together. Connection doesn't remove discipline, but it makes discipline effective, because then we're saying, okay, this is what happened. I'm here with you. Here are our next steps. And maybe that is you're going to have your phone taken away. You are going to be grounded for so long. And here's what that means. I think sometimes we say you're grounded and, till you're 18, which is ridiculous. But we need to be specific about what does that mean? What does it mean to lose your phone for a week? What does it mean? And be specific and then hold to it when it comes to discipline. But hard seasons do not mean you need to carry everything alone. Talk to your spouse, talk to a friend, a counselor, a teacher. Bring people into your parenting village so that you are all on the same page and you are all supporting one another. Asking for help is a sign of strength and stewardship, not failure. It takes more courage and more faith to ask for help, to say, this is what I'm going through. Can have you gone through something similar? Can you give me some advice here? It takes less, it doesn't take any courage to just hold things inside and bottle it up. That's actually a sign of weakness. We need to make sure we are asking for help and modeling that to our kids, because we don't want them to become, stuffing down everything. We want them to be able to communicate and share and have a conversation. So if you are in a challenging parenting season, you are not alone. That's the other thing. There are no perfect parents. Jesus is the only perfection, and that's what we're striving for. But the season you are in is not permanent, and you are doing better than you think you are. This week, I do encourage you to choose one value that you are going to anchor your week with, that you are going to lead with. Write it somewhere visible, maybe put it on the lock screen of your phone. Let it guide your tone, your responses, your expectations, and your compassions. And it's okay to have expectations. It's okay to have high expectations, because kids will often rise to what we expect them to. So if we have low expectations, they'll rise to that, but they're not going to go any higher. So aiming high is important. So if you want support navigating your parenting season with intentionality and clarity, send me a message about one-on-one coaching. I would love to walk with you in this season. So have a great rest of your Monday. I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. But until then, remember, you are made for more. So go light up this world with your purpose and with your passions.